talk to y'all. Fuck around and go and buy them all. Been a minute, we've been trying to get on, and now they playing my song. Women love me because I play the guitar.
All right, what's up, everybody? I'm Sabre.
I'm Yada.
I'm Sean.
And this is No Disclaimers Podcast. And today we have a very, very, very special guest. All right. How can we start with this? You've been on the news channels, local news channels, a few times. You've done hip-hop performances, a lot of performances in this area, in the DMV area. For those who don't know, DMV is D.C., Maryland, Virginia area. Ladies and gentlemen, recording artist, singer, Funsho.
What up? What's good?
I feel like we are.
All right, let's get a round of applause.
Yeah.
Yes, we have.
She be late on it, like she's late on
It's delayed. No, but thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Yes, so we have a couple of questions for you today, but first I want to say congratulations on everything. You just completed your time with The Voice on NBC.
Yes, I did.
How was that?
It was a lot of fun. It was definitely different from anything I've ever done before, so it was a life-changing situation.
Yeah, you was y'all killing that shit.
Thank you.
When I saw your initial performance when you did Finesse with Bruno Mars, I was just like jaw on the floor.
Even really like that song.
I was like sharing it. I like that song.
I don't. You would, but
they think I only like commercial music, so
She does.
it's not
Like
true.
pop
Is that
music?
wrong with that?
No, like
No,
just
not all pop music is
successful good
commercial
music.
because some of it's trash. She like anytime a black person collab with like a white person, you like one of like those Will.I.am like
Featuring Katy.
That's
yeah.
You know that's a motherfucking lie.
21 Savage and Post Malone. He knew exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, like,
You know that's a motherfucking lie, though. That's the thing.
that's going to be on the Billboard charts like for 2 years. Yeah.
A good song is a good song.
Thank you,
Period.
but it doesn't.
She has a pattern though.
I'm the one that
like
gotta
the
like.
Oreo collabs.
I gotta like. I have to be a white person on it. That's what I like.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, all right.
No, you don't like a white. If it's just a white person, oh nah. But as soon as you add that mix, whoa.
First of all, we're not gonna mention. Be too controversial. We know that Funsho got some things coming up. We don't want to do anything.
Now we're disclaiming.
Yeah.
We gotta. I'm gonna be a sucker today.
I can't believe you.
I know.
These are none of his
cannot be
views,
the
just Sabrae's.
Yes, only mine. Only mine. So, let's first talk about how we first met you. Yada and I first met you at Smith's, right?
Smith's Public Trust.
Yes, at the Nucci show. Shout out to Nucci and Wes.
You were invited.
So, he was invited. But yeah, so I was introduced to you by a friend. We saw you perform for the first time, like the same day we met you. We were both blown away. Yada was talking about it the whole time about how your performance there with Nucci because we had no idea that you were performing.
So. And I was like, now I just feel like I definitely have to go ahead and just stop being pussy, cut my nails down, and finally take my guitar lessons.
Did I play that day?
So I could be on my acoustic shit too, because I got a guitar. I just don't know how I play it. I know 3 chords.
Speaking of nails,
That's all you gotta start with.
Speaking of
3
nails,
chords, you got a song.
Sean, what the fuck?
I'm not just really.
What the fuck?
We
Can you explain?
We interviewing my
I know,
man,
but
like,
I can't help it. It's distracting. Can you explain?
Yo, I explained it.
Nobody follows your Instagram.
Wow.
I got you. I mean, that could be cool.
No, you definitely get more followers than me.
Right, more likes.
Fuck a follow, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Fuck Instagram. Follow.
Wow.
That's right.
No Disclaimers Podcast, all right? That's what you should be subscribing
All right, but explain the nails again.
Taking away. So
we're
real quick,
not taking away. Just
I'm gonna keep it short. So we were doing surgery on Bino's ear. He stuck a bean in his ear.
Bino's his son.
All right, so he's screaming to the top of his lungs like, he just got like shot on Alabama Avenue. So my cousin has his toenails polished black. So he's like, ah! Oh, slow. Like, that's for girls. And then, my cousin was trying to explain to him like, yeah, no. And he's like, man, that's for girls. So, my cousin was just breaking it down to him like, what makes you think that you can't do this, or who told you that? Because he said he was kind of sketchy of doing it first, but a woman told him like, how does that make you gay? Explain it. And he couldn't explain it to her. Like, what makes you gay?
Right.
Like
are you gay?
Typically is what makes you.
So how are you gay? So I was receptive to it because I teach my son, that's not what men do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I wanted to prove a point, and then just like kind of, you know what? All right, my son's. To me, I'm his role model. I'm the man that he sees every day. I'm the most masculine role model that he has. If I'm okay to do it, he's okay to do it. So I wasn't telling anybody. So I went to, shout out to Dave and 2. They just got proposed shit. Shout out to Vic and C. All my niggas proposing, doing, the damn thing. I had an all-black fit. I was like, man, fuck it. I'm going to try it out. And then when my son seen it, he was like, yeah. So I asked him, I said, does this make me a girl? He was like, no. I said, do you think I'm your mommy, I'm your daddy? Do you still love me the same? I was like, yeah. I said, so this changes nothing. You know what I mean? So this is not really my thing, but I didn't want to tell people the story. I wanted people, like, when I went out, the women, like, niggas is like, people are super observant because my finger waved, like, one time in my Insta story. And niggas is like, But women were like, yo, I love that shit. Like, we all know Sabre doesn't. But I wasn't doing it for, I was doing it for a lesson for my son. Right. Not for women, not to appease men or any of that stuff.
But
so
if you happen to
breaking
have
gender norms,
it's like, no.
Yeah. So it was just like, yeah.
I respect it though. Mm-hmm. I mean, I say similar things. Like, I don't understand how you get a little boy a kitchen set and it's that's gay, but it's like a little girl can play with a Tonka truck and nobody thinks twice.
Yeah.
So what's the
niggas
problem?
need to know. I just start learning how to cook. That's pathetic, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Especially pathetic.
And look, and you think, and no sexist shit. When you look at the top chefs, they're men.
Hey, it's nothing wrong with gender norms, okay? Like, first and foremost, and this is not about being gay. I don't think that nail polish makes you gay. Loving the same sex or having sex with the same sex makes you gay. However, nail polish on men...
I'm about to get Riley some race cars.
And then she can play with race cars, and little boys can play with kitchen sets. I don't think they should be playing with Barbie dolls unless that's what they're into, but...
What's wrong with them playing with dolls?
With Barbie dolls is one thing, because I like I said on previous episodes, I don't think that only the little girls should have little baby dolls and boys don't. I mean, if either you take the baby dolls away from kids or whatever, or you give them both the baby dolls, because at the end of the day, both have to raise children.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to nail polish,
I ain't start raising my kids till they got 3. I was letting the moms do that. You know what I'm saying? I jump in like double dutch. Like, you need me? I ain't back out.
I know, you got it.
I can't get with it. And I don't know why. I don't like any paint.
It.
I don't want no clear polish. Get them buffed. Keep it trimmed up. But I don't fuck with it. And not that you shouldn't do it because I don't fuck with it.
Oh, you know I don't even give a fuck what you think.
I'm speaking in general. I don't want my man with no black nail polish.
Yeah, but if he had it, you wouldn't stop talking to him.
I ain't even gonna.
He might.
Actually,
Look at it.
then y'all foundation ain't strong enough. Then
Hey Slim, I ain't even gonna hold you though. This shit kind of swag though.
It's cute.
No, they're fucked up.
Yeah, I mean,
like
so you should have got jail. But either way,
no, because the jail. I heard. So this what I did. I fucked up. So this what I did. Right. I did the regular polish. Then I did the top coat, and then I did the matte. Matte topping, because I ain't liked it, because I was kind of scared because this ain't my thing. So I was like, this is too shiny. So I put the matte on there. I said,
hold up, man.
I need the all black. So as soon as I walk in the restaurant, Mina was we was at the bar and I bought her a drink. She said, I'm feeling that. I said, okay, then you get comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Then other women were like,
you're definitely, I don't feel like everyone can pull it off though, but I feel like you can pull it off.
Because I feel like I had been like, at first I thought getting pedicures is whack.
I got a manicure before.
Take care of them ties.
I'm saying like I thought that was for women, and then I'm like, yo, I'm taking care of my feet. And then I started getting manicures, but I would never get no polish. I wouldn't even get no clear polish. Like, I just want my nails. And then like this, I'm like, yo, I want to teach my son a lesson. Like, because my son he's a little sexist. Like, he told my mom one time, he's like, yo, I'm hungry. You need to get in the kitchen and cook something. No. That's not cool. And that's not, so it's like, come on now.
Shout out to
I just got to unlearn
Shout out to Bino.
Shout out to anybody, but let me just say this. I respect anybody who do whatever they want. At the same time, I'm not fucking with. If you got polish, don't fucking talk to me as a man.
I don't think you're gonna have it. I don't think the average nigga is running around with their nails polished. So that's nothing.
Don't
that
fucking talk to me.
About,
you heard?
It's a statement.
It's definitely a statement, because a guy, I got into a guy today, and he called me gay. And
see, that's ignorant.
So the first thing is, I said, I'm gonna crush this nigga. But then I'm proving his point, because now I gotta prove to you that I'm not gay.
Right.
That's whack.
You don't look gay. You just look like you say toxic masculinity a lot.
I You want? Nah.
You look like you say problematic a lot.
Nah, I don't use any three of those words.
I don't know. I feel triggered a little bit. I feel like you're coming in my man's a little hard.
No,
He's slaying the nails. You know what I'm saying?
No, but what's dope is I appreciate that because I always tell people, like, you like what you like.
Right.
I'm not going to get mad at, you know what I'm saying? So it's dope. So
That shit a little swag on you. I mean,
because
you pulling it off.
I was with my friend earlier. She said no matter, she wasn't really feeling the nails. She said, but I don't look at you and still, even with that, I don't get gay.
I mean, yeah, but if you're ignorant as fuck if you think that nail polish makes a man gay anyway.
I'm like, what does gay look like?
Exactly.
It's like a prototype.
Magic Johnson, son.
I mean, there's like a prototype.
I guess it's more
There's
of like
mad gay people that look nothing like that, and you wouldn't know when you walk past them in the streets.
I guess
it's universal look.
it's more of like a pattern of expectation, like what you in your head have decided equates to like a gay person, right? And so like you're looking for these particular things. Oh, someone who walks like this, someone who talks like that. And then so like you're associating those specific characteristics with like, oh, this person must be gay. But like in reality, like that doesn't really.
It's like a whole spectrum.
It's not consistent like that. You know, just whole spectrum of all kinds of people who are straight, gay, bi, whatever. You know, so there's no real.
And it's usually and those norms are usually just pushed on black men. You see white men. Like, you know, now black guys are doing skinny jeans, but rockers been doing the skinny jeans, the platforms, and you look at the Isley brothers
Rick James back in the day.
They were doing pop tops. Like no one was saying anything like that.
Thick,
Nobody was saying, "Oh yeah, they're gay." You know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. That's just the ignorant. I'm not even addressing the ignorance of that saying that nail polish makes you gay.
I'm just saying you ain't going to get no nigga no pussy if he got.
Hell no. Hell no.
Real weird sidebar with it. So
first of all, a nigga would have to like you though.
I was watching House Hunters the other
do.
night. And there was like a gay Indian male couple on there, which was like, I was like, I've never seen one gay Indian man, let alone two. But they had Indian accents and lisps. And for the life of me, I was just like, how the fuck is this even, like, I couldn't even imitate it if I wanted to. Like, that shit was, I was just like, wow.
Those the motherfuckers that be at the call centers for important shit you trying to fix at your house.
But he had a lisp
That's what blows
and
me.
an Indian
Oh, the outsourcing, you
accent.
racist as shit.
I can't do that. No bullshit.
I'll be on NBC, y'all. I'm shutting the fuck up.
It's definitely no shade, but it's like, why is it that they be like press 2 for English and then they put you with somebody who's not even in the country?
So it's a break. We want to get back.
Yeah.
Look, you go out with a guy, right?
Yeah.
And like, man, you having the time of your life. For some reason, you just never noticed. His hands was just like this the whole date, right? So the bill come, right? And he's like,
and that joint like, and he's 700.
Yeah, it's 7.
But he like, I got it.
Hold on. It's 800. It's 800. You're right. And then he said, you better, man, women don't touch bills when they're around me. And he say, what happens
He
then?
make that face too.
If he say women don't touch bills around me, I would be like, what you doing on the 31st? Would you like to spend the night?
Because there's going to be some bills that come to the house. Okay. You're going to touch them too.
Okay.
Okay.
Nah, baby, I was just thinking about you. Here goes 2 plane tickets to Brazil. On me, take a friend. Here.
Take a friend.
I feel like, thank you, baby. Thank you, baby. Yeah.
You don't know to know it's going to be a male friend. Not a friend.
Nah, he got it. He tricking.
Hey.
I had a joke about that, but I'm not going to say it.
I don't know about all that. I'm not down with the polish. So shout out to the men out there with the nice cut down nails. You know, nice cut down, maybe buffed every now and then.
Not that long pinky nail that you use.
Not no long pinky nail. Not no dirty ass nails. You know, just
or
something.
Or 2 bumps of coke.
Yeah.
That's typically
coke bump or Nick Boogie picking.
So, Funsho. First of all, for the people who don't know you, tell them. I'll try to look this up. What does your name mean? Because it is African.
It's Nigerian.
And where are you from?
What the fuck is going on in Nigeria for the past week and a half? I'm missing a party.
It's lit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that was his explanation.
I'm sorry. I'm pissed.
No, that's it. Yeah, it's lit.
My whole time.
No, but it's like that every like holiday season. I was just there last week.
Not trying to be.
Week before.
I'm not trying to be ignorant. Is it like?
Shit.
Is it? No. Because I don't know. I was gonna say, it's a holiday. Is it already New Year's over there? Or
No, it's just Christmas. Like,
Everybody comes in town, and so it's a party every day.
My whole time, I'm like, yo, I need to be in fucking. Why am I not in
Y'all
Nigeria
trying to go to
right
Nigeria
now?
next year?
Yes.
All right, bet.
You
We'll go.
should. You absolutely should.
All right.
It was dope.
How much
You
a
got
plane ticket
family?
over there? Like 17?
During the holidays, it's around that range.
That
15.
ain't bad.
But not if you get it now, right?
If you get it now, you can probably get it for the low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then do you got people we can stay with?
I'm gonna call the king and see if he has a place.
It's oh my gosh. But
I just
no,
want you to know real quick, she put a W on your name. Still her ass.
no, I didn't.
Definitely put a W.
Well, that was a typo. You know, Apple. They fucking
First of all, it
they
wasn't
don't
a typo. She can't spell.
Yeah, that too. Hey, but it's right on here, so fuck all y'all.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, what part of Nigeria are you from?
Well, my name means given from God to be protected, like Funsho. And I'm from Lagos, Nigeria, but my folks are from Ondo.
Yeah.
So like culturally, I'm from Ondo.
Okay.
Is that like I'm from PG, but my grandmother lived in Southeast?
It's like I grew up in Lagos,
Okay.
so it's like
That's where it's popping at.
right. That's where I was at when
Is
I
that the
was
capital?
there. Lagos is Abuja is the capital.
But it's
Lagos
it's a
is the place
famous-
that everybody
yeah.
knows. Yeah.
Right.
But my folks they're from Ondo, so like they speak a different dialect and all that. So yeah.
A lot of
Yo,
Nigerian
Nigerian women are fucking gorgeous.
People say he just
I'm not
said he thought I
responsible
was.
for them, but
He just said he thought I could have been Nigerian. So
No,
I can
you
see
look,
that.
You look
Yeah.
more fucking
Southeastian.
Southeastian.
no, but what other place?
Glenardian.
Because everybody who's African always tells me like, where do you think I'm from?
Glenardian.
Glenardian.
Shout out to Glenardian. That's where I'm from, though.
Nothing wrong with that. Glenardian.
Shut up, I'm trying to
I try.
So, where do you think? Because a lot of people say I look like I'm from Sierra Leone. Shout out to all my Sierra Leoneans.
just get one little skin.
One little late registration track, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody telling that.
No, go ahead.
Skin.
You're qualified to answer this question, Funsho. Go ahead.
You could be Nigerian.
Okay.
I've seen all kinds of Nigerians. I've seen light skinned Nigerians. I've seen Nigerians
we
that almost
know
look
that-
white.
So we could be Nigerian.
Y'all could be Nigerians. too.
Okay,
African ass.
but please, first of all, but narrow it down, like with my features and
Right.
stuff.
Oh my gosh, she's so proud.
Based on my expert opinion,
Dead ass. You can say it. Dead ass.
I can see it. You could be Nigerian, Sierra Leone.
He didn't say
maybe.
that ass, but it was implied. I could see
He didn't say that ass. He didn't say that.
it.
He
look
wouldn't
like-
do that. He's
You look
on
like you're from
NBC.
Madagascar.
He's on NBC. He wouldn't talk about that ass. Okay, so you have this EP that came out earlier this year, January, actually, almost a year ago, called Free Love, and it was with RFLN. Who is RFLN?
RFLN is a producer, vocalist, musician, really, in general, that I worked with on creating the concept of the album and also the music. He did a lot of the production. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so in the intro to a very good EP, by the way.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it.
Thank you.
I gave it some car listens, and that's the best way. Where do you listen to music mostly?
In the car,
Okay.
actually.
It's the only.
It has to pass the car test.
Right.
Okay.
I listen to music in my headphones, but after the car.
As soon as I make something, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go play it in the car.
Car.
Hear what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
I don't even really rank it until I listen to it in the car.
Facts.
So in the intro of the song, of the first song, King, it describes a woman who considers herself a king because she has masculine tendencies. Did I get that correctly?
I guess the concept of that song is, yeah, you got it correctly, but I feel like you're saying it like literally, like she got masculine tendencies, like she got pecs and big biceps.
No.
Mustache.
No, I assume like an alpha female or something like that.
Yeah, but I
Not
guess what she's saying in the poem, the person who wrote the poem is a friend of mine.
Okay.
She goes by King. Her name's Ashley.
Okay.
So basically, the concept of the song is
You don't know her. You don't know her. Okay.
No, I was saying, how did she? Okay, go whatever.
she possesses traits that are traditionally masculine, but like, why are they masculine? Because women possess those traits. So it's sort of like she's not saying she has masculine tendencies, but she's saying she has masculine tendencies.
Tendencies that are considered masculine.
Right.
But to me, and I get
in sense
that,
of like strength and just like being like assertive and being like, straightforward and the kind of things that get a woman considered a bitch or something like that. You know what I mean?
And a lot of people, and I wanted to use that as a segue to get into this. A lot of people think that because it's masculine, that it automatically means male. And that's not true. Masculine is not exclusive to men. We all have testosterone and estrogen. We all have feminine and masculine traits. So even to say that something is masculine, I don't think is necessarily means that it's not for a woman.
You are correct. Like,
it's true.
The other day at the party, you were looking extremely handsome.
Fuck you.
No,
y'all know handsome is for.
I was about to say, weirdly enough, handsome used to be a term described.
Well, let's
women.
not play those games when you have nail polish on. Let's not play those games.
I'm just saying, you was looking extremely handsome.
And you look like a bad bitch right now.
You know what?
Yeah.
Real quick though,
Yes.
if we could just really quick though, I just would like to address the elephant in the room. Shout out to my motherfucking haircut that nobody fucking pointed out. Because I am giving Tony Braxton tease. You didn't do it on the show.
Yeah.
You didn't do it on
As soon as I came here, I said,
You didn't do it on the show.
This is the Yada haircut.
got you.
Yes.
She had hair so long that it looked like weave, then she cut it all off, and now she looked like Eve.
Yeah, back of my head is definitely catching a breeze. Like shit. And then when I had that busted window, that ride home was extra sad because back of my head was drafty as shit.
All right, let's get back on task.
I'm
Let's
sorry.
get back on task. So, do you think that women should consider themselves a king or a king of something? Because I don't personally agree with that. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, in that particular context, it was like a play on words.
Yeah.
I think you can consider yourself a king depending on how you're using the term. But it just makes more sense to be like, I'm a queen, because people know what you're talking about, right? But like in that context, it's just like it's a play on words and just sort of like going against the grain and being like, oh, I'm a king, you know what I mean? Because I have these masculine tendencies.
Okay.
So it's like, it's just that like juxtaposition in that particular context.
Right.
But like, I don't think it makes sense for a woman to walk in and be like, I'm a king, because nobody's going to know what you're talking about. They're gonna
Unless
be
if
like,
you Beyonce.
unless you're
And
Beyonce.
so, and speaking of Beyonce, I'm asking that because I see now it's like a trend for like women to put like king such and such in their
Right.
Instagram names or whatever, Twitter names.
When she was
and
King
then-
B.
Yeah, or like people talking about the king of R&B, and then Beyonce's name keep coming up. I'm like, what happened to good old fashioned queens? Like queens are less than kings or something like that. I really don't. If you're a woman, why not aspire to be a queen and not a king?
Because a lot of women are too busy trying to compete with men and
Queen is the
be in the
strongest
same
piece on the
arena
chessboard.
as
Okay.
right. And they're trying to be in the same arena as men. That's the culture.
Yeah.
That's the current cultural climate. Is that women are trying to be so competitive with men. When honestly, it's kind of separate for a reason. It's certain things that do match, but we kind of have our own separate arenas, and I'm cool with that. But women are constantly trying to tootsie roll their ass over there and turn. Why can't we? Why can't? And it's like, look, damn it, until it's time to pay a bill.
Okay,
And it's like, oh, you're the king of, king, you got it, king,
Yeah.
right, sis? Yeah, you don't want to be a king then.
Well, I know Beyonce don't have no problem paying no bills.
She probably ain't seen a bill in 20 years.
You think Jay paid the bills?
Probably. He seems like the type.
I think they so rich they don't even think about bills.
Like,
I
they don't
yeah.
think like it's just.
Do they even have bills? They're like, no, I paid Pepco 16 years in advance.
Right, they probably just paid for the next 15 years of their life.
Yeah.
Like jet fuel and stuff we don't even have to think
They
about.
probably on auto pay for
That's-
everything.
They have an accountant. That's
Auto pay.
that's their job all day is to maintain their bills and stuff like that.
No, a lot of people refuse to auto pay.
I got to because
I
I
will.
won't pay it if it's not on auto pay.
They're like, nah, because if I want to go to brunch and my car note due,
Oh, hell
I need
no.
brunch money.
I see every day people be.
You got to have a consistent balance to have auto pay.
Yeah,
you
that's
that
get
too.
auto pay.
Yeah.
Then they
and
can't
shit in
flash for
there.
other people.
Yeah, like
and fake.
76% of people like in Maryland like be like overdraft like every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can't fade it. I don't have all my bills on auto pay, but like the key ones that I know for a fact that it will never be a question of whether or not they're getting paid. Them joints is gonna be on auto pay.
Any bill that doesn't change or fluctuate is on auto pay.
Like my car note, my car insurance, those types of things.
Yeah.
I don't if it changes or not. I need
Nah.
this. You're gonna get it.
Facts.
Pepco and motherfucking WSSC, bitch. If that shit look unreasonably high,
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not putting-
Come
I'm not
check my
putting
meter. Come, because
I didn't use all these fucking kilowatts.
Right. Okay, no, I'm not putting
I've been
those.
counting my kilowatts.
I'm not putting those
Every
until it's
day.
on auto pay, but I mean, like, my car note has to be paid. It's
Yes.
going to be on auto pay. My insurance has to be paid. It's going to be on auto pay. I mean, Netflix got to get their money. You know, it's like,
like you have a choice.
right?
Take
They
it
gonna get that
motherfucker
joint.
$7.99.
Like, oh, you want lunch, bitch? Psych. But no, yeah, I feel like it's a responsible thing to do. Like,
What's the name of your future EP that you got coming out?
I haven't announced it yet,
Okay, so
but I do have a name. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're here.
What else can you tell? What
I want to roll it out in a way where it's like, oh damn, that's dope. I get it. That's a cool concept.
Okay. What can you tell us about it? How many tracks? Who's on it? Who's what? Like
There are 8 tracks on it. Nucci's featured on one of the records.
Dope.
Shout out Nucci.
Yeah.
We was popping bottles last night.
Oh, word, that's my man.
Yeah, we heard you on something. I be you in the car. I ain't even gonna.
That's a lot of people's favorite song on that album. So
You know the words, hey.
That's my shit, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. That thing be on repeat. Beep.
That's what's up.
We do research on here.
Okay.
Did y'all see that interview when Currency was mad because he figured like the people didn't know who he was?
no.
I didn't see that. No. He's like, man, but they were like fans. He's like, man, I thought y'all was just Googling me before I got to the stage. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
We do research on here.
We sure do.
Facts. True.
We give the best interviews in the DMV area. So shout out to the DMV.
I'm feeling the vibe.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Ask Nucci about it. That's what he said.
I can't speak for them. They've been on you. They've been talking. I didn't know who the fuck you were. I was like, who the fuck is this? Because Sabre always getting like these random people, and clearly you're big. You're not random at all. So I listened to this shit, and that shit is fire.
Blessings.
Because I was like, if I get on the show and this nigga asks me what's his favorite trap, I'm like, yeah, all of them.
All right, go ahead. No,
all of them. I like all of them. I like the. What's the words to that song?
that one joint, they go like, you say.
Then you just gonna start making shit up. That one.
You know what's funny? Like,
Something in my throat.
there's been times where I've got in front of an artist and they've, asked me which one did I like the most, and I literally have a song that I think. But sometimes you get so caught up in the moment,
stuck
and
that
you're like, oh shit, like,
really
and it looked like it was fake, but it really wasn't. You
The
know?
first jump you did.
And then people don't remember track names anymore because you just put it on your phone and you put it on your Bluetooth and it just plays. Yeah. So yeah, that fucked
I
me
be
up
looking
a
them
couple
joints
times.
up when I want to put that bitch on repeat though. I be like, hold on, which one was that?
And I'm not trying to study for an interaction. You feel me?
I dig it.
I'm not doing that.
Definitely got put on blast with that joint though. That was funny as shit.
Yeah.
Funny. It was like,
okay.
oh yeah, you killed that joint. Oh yeah, which one you like?
Who?
Cause
You're so nice. Like,
so who's
that? Cashmere?
who's in your hair?
How close do you work with the directors? Directors is, for people who don't know, is a production group, a group of producers and writers, and they
You produced something.
Yeah.
I be knowing.
Okay, they produce a lot for Nucci as well. So how close do you work with them?
They produced about half of my upcoming EP.
Wow. Okay. Shout out to them.
So I got connected to them like some years ago.
What's the name of the EP again?
That almost got me.
Nice. Don't leave me hanging.
Close one. No, not
He was
quite.
like, nigga, I told you I'm not telling you that shit. Fuck.
Okay, so half of that, they produced half of the album, the EP.
A friend of mine introduced me to them like a while back. He was like, yo, I know these really dope producers. They work with such and such and such. They're really tight. Like, you should connect with them. And so he put me in touch with them, and they sent me like a bunch of beats. Mm-hmm. And like I just started writing to them. And, I actually over the years didn't end up releasing a lot of them until now. So like they just have all that stuff stored. And now we're about to put it out.
Sweet.
So you play the guitar. How did you get into that? And are you self-taught or did you take lessons or what?
I play guitar. Yeah, I'm self-taught. I picked it up when I was like 15.
Okay.
And then just started learning a bunch of songs. And
Did you use YouTube?
I did use YouTube.
Okay.
But like just to like, I had the CD like that came with the guitar that I bought that had like guitar like concepts and little stuff like that.
I got acoustic guitar for dummies.
Right, something like that.
No, you're like,
and then like I'll just go on YouTube and look up like songs that I like and just like how to play this. So,
That's amazing. That's a talent.
Because I'm trying to be like the black Tori Kelly, so I'm trying to get all the tea.
Yo, do that.
Who the fuck is that?
You know who Tori Kelly is?
No.
Well, fuck you.
Is she black?
No, that's why you don't know
That's
her.
why
I don't know her.
Yeah.
This fucking bitch. Her voice is black as a bitch, though. Like, but look, yeah, I need to know.
Bust a note. Go ahead.
Like,
She can.
Go ahead.
oh, no, we're not doing this. No,
she
you
got-
bust a note.
She can harmonize.
Can she? I don't believe it.
That's all right. Wait till I'm singing "Resentment" when I leave this show.
Wow.
Who do you think is the king of R&B?
Oh, I was about to ask him that.
You better not say
I went to
nothing with a
Nigeria
hee.
thinking I would get away from this question, and they asked me this question in Nigeria too.
It was still here when you came
You don't
back.
have a choice.
It was,
then I
it was
came
waiting on you at the
home.
airport like shit.
Waiting on me at the airport. When I came home, they asked me the same question. But
You
it's
better
all,
not say nothing with a E.
but the king of R&B is most definitely Jacquees. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I would have splashed some raised wine in your face.
I'm about to say, you're supposed to say yourself.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at him for saying
Excluding
that.
yourself.
I am.
Okay, thanks for
I'm
that
mad as
caveat.
shit.
The king of R&B, man, that's tough because.
For the past from the 80s on up.
Okay, there we go.
That's a from 2000. It's 2018. You said the 80s.
Okay, the 90s. The 90s on up.
2000. No, Mr. 2000.
All right.
I'm thinking, who's really been killing it consistently and is still
R. Kelly.
killing it?
Me like shit.
I don't want to
He's
say
been
R.
killing
Kelly.
some.
Why not?
That's controversial.
He's been killing them motherfucking
I mean,
charges.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about his music. We're not talking about his allegations. You know what I'm
You
saying?
can be the king of R&B and the king of pedophilia. You can.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I would just prefer the
Or he could be like Hugh Hefner, but
I'm gonna go ahead and say it, R. Kelly.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think-
But you there? This is no disclaimer.
Usher is a close second.
Okay.
Usher is a really close
totally
second.
respect
This is a no disclaimer, so I'm not gonna put a disclaimer out there. But on behalf of
What you about
Funsho,
to do?
we're gonna say that it's R. Kelly, but of course we're gonna say, hey, the allegations he's not agreeing with. NBC.
Yeah, he don't fuck with you in that wild shit you be doing, R. Kelly.
But we
But
can't
wait,
negate your hits.
but
though.
if you fuck with Hugh Hefner, then you better fuck with
She always-
motherfucking.
She always gotta find a
Oh,
white
we gotta
equivalent.
find a white nigga who got the same. Okay, got you.
Because it's to me it's
I
disturbing.
don't give
how
a shit
they're
about
looked at
him
different.
either. To be honest,
You know-
both of these niggas can suck a dick.
But one is revered in history as the man, and one is looked at as a weird ass pedophile. So
Well, it's
What did you
probably
have
because
to
of the P video.
He
He
has
probably didn't help his cause.
He had women. I never seen the video, and
I did. It was very
he went to
disturbing.
trial for that. I cannot put him on trial again. But
I am. You pissed on that girl, nigga. It was you.
I mean, that's
The
what he's
fuck?
into. Some men and women are into.
Yeah, it
business.
sounds good if maybe she wasn't fucking 14. I'm sorry. I can't really
So
swear.
this-
Problematic.
This is how I feel about the king of R&B shit, right? It's you have to like break it down, like because I feel like if someone said I don't think Chris Brown has achieved the same level of success R. Kelly is, but if someone say he's the king of R&B for the past
I can kinda
15 years,
understand
it. Yeah.
I can see that.
I can say that, too.
Before that, Usher, I gotta go with like Kills,
There's like periods
Usher,
of
and
time.
like Chris Brown.
All of them. Have you
But I
noticed?
don't-
All of them have huge scandals.
What's the standard though, right?
I was gonna ask you the
What's Usher's
criteria.
scandal?
The herpes.
Oh yeah,
For real, that was true?
No, that was bullshit.
No,
it was still a scandal though. It
It's
was
still a
bullshit.
But I don't
scandal,
think-
and the fact
it
that
is
he
a-
was with the fucking
sorry.
fat joint, and he,
It is
that
a
he
scandal,
Was
but I
Wow,
don't think
that's a
it's-
scandal. Fucking a
Damn,
fat
right?
But hold on.
Did y'all see Quantavia Sharpton?
I'm
Hold
mad
on,
at
but
you
I
to announce
don't.
that.
It's a scandal, but I don't think
you
it's on
can't
the
spell
level
Funsho.
of R. Kelly and
yeah.
Rihanna. You know, like the
Chris
pissing
Brown,
and
yeah,
it was a mild
beating
scandal.
Rihanna.
But
No, I said it, but I don't think
You don't feel like the herpes
is-
fat bitch joint was like
It's
on
a scandal
par.
for sure because he's.
I didn't even know. Like I was.
I mean,
think
he
kinda
be marrying old bitches too, though. So you kind of feel
That's
like I'm not
true.
surprised that he would go there with a Schweb because it's like his ex-wife was definitely a young man. But either way,
You know who kind of could be the king of R&B too?
Who?
The Dream, because he right for.
yeah.
Maybe it's,
I
he
get
right
it.
for
But
the
vocally, it's just vocally.
Oh yeah,
that-
okay, I can see that.
So what's your
But he-
criteria?
but he
Because-
dropped that
that's what I was about to say. It's like, are we
40 track
talking
jump.
numbers? Because if we're talking numbers, that's like you could just Google search that and you
I
can
think it's
figure
more
out-
than numbers, though. I feel
It
like
is.
it's more than numbers because I feel like this. If not for the scandal that Chris Brown encountered, his numbers would be a shit ton higher than what they are.
Maybe they'd be lower.
I think they'd be higher, to be honest. I don't feel like because he had that blackball period where niggas just really wasn't
Yeah,
fucking with
that's
him.
true.
They
But I
said
feel-
they wasn't.
But I feel like but it's people to this day who still won't fuck with him, and that's fine. But I feel like he would have done a lot further.
Yeah, he would have been-
numbers wise
yeah.
if that wasn't the case.
But I don't know.
But it's not Jacquees,
It's
I'll tell
hard.
you that
It's
much.
hard to make that argument because, like, what happened, and it had the effect on his career that it did.
Yeah.
There's no way to go back and say whether that was a positive or negative.
Right, but that's
effect.
just my opinion. But
because,
I feel like
because people like were talking about him, and like, if people are talking about him, that means there's people who didn't even probably know who Chris Brown was.
That's true.
That's a real possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gave him a buzz.
Until he had that controversy.
But it didn't reflect in the numbers though,
Sean,
because he put out some quality projects that should have done way better numerically than they did, and I feel like part of that was because of that situation.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's just my opinion though.
I like Chris Brown. I just feel like he doesn't have that one single like. R. Kelly got like a huge like. You think of Usher, you think of what?
Confessions.
You think of R. Kelly, you could think about like 10. You
Yeah.
think of that one Chris Brown song. It's
That's
like,
true. It's everything's kind of on the par with each other. He
That
doesn't
is
have
true.
that I can.
It's
agree.
kind of like Beyonce, and no disrespect to Beyonce. you think of Whitney Houston, you think of I Will Always Love You. You think of Mariah.
No, you think
like,
of Single Ladies.
Yeah. Single ladies.
No, you do. But Single Ladies,
To the
we're
left,
talking
to
about
the left.
vocal. Like, that's a...
I think of Dangerously in
Or
Love.
Halo.
Dangerously in Love.
When I think
You
of
think
Beyonce,
that's
I
on
think of
par with I Will Always Love You, like with Whitney Houston?
Now, no, but maybe 20, 30, 40
That's
years from
true.
now, yeah.
That's
when
She
I
had
think
the
of
time
Beyonce, I think of Dangerously in Love. When I think of like vocals, range.
I agree with Tank's criteria when he said the king of R&B. You have to be able to go in the studio by yourself and make a hit
Without auto-tune.
Right.
without auto-tune or any
Without
of those
doing a
effects.
cover for somebody else.
Right? And going on stage and being able to perform it better than you just recorded it. I
Facts.
think that should be, and of course the numbers and stuff have to really complement that as well, but I think that's a solid criteria for a king.
But there's a lot of people who, like you said, the numbers have to complement it. But there's a lot of people who can do that who nobody even knows about.
Yeah.
That's
but
true.
the-
But you gotta have the
that's
notoriety
No, I'm
too.
saying that the
you can't call
notoriety
yourself
has
the
to
king and you're nobody. Like
Yeah, but when I say that comes with people with notoriety. That's what the criteria is, because you can't just be a nobody and be the king of R&B. I mean, you
You
can
have to
have
actually,
the
like, know.
skill level, but we're talking about being a king. You have to be known as well.
But you know why, now, like I said, I can respect what you're saying. Like, of course, if you're in that industry, you're in that field, I can respect you feeling like, man, I'm the king, especially if you feel like you're doing your thing, cool. But the slap in the face from Jacquees, for me, was just like, not only did you, like, talk about premature ejaculation, first of all, because I feel like your hottest songs aren't even your songs. But aside from that, you
can't even name one song he did.
brought all these has-been ass niggas out of the fucking woodworks, and now we got to deal with their videos. Like, you got Jay Holiday out here that took a break from parking cars to talk about who is and who ain't. This nigga got 4 bottom teeth left. Talking about who is and who ain't.
Hey, you know what's so crazy?
Like, sir, you suffocated years ago. You been got put to bed.
But you know what's so
Stop.
crazy? Both of his albums are fire.
Absolutely, but we haven't seen you in 64 years. You're parked cars now. Shut it the fuck up.
So Jacquees, come on. He knows we're not taking him serious when it comes to the king of
He's
anything.
been trolling us lately.
However, he was smart by putting himself in the conversation. That's all he did.
His marketing,
That's really,
like,
he
I
put
never
himself in.
even-
People are
Niggas got a
name is
petition.
synonymous.
Niggas have a petition out right now that has like 40,000 signatures.
But now his
that are
name is
asking for
synonymous
him.
with the king of R&B. Nobody thinks he is.
I never
but
even
it's-
knew who the fuck he was.
Exactly.
Because, like, you
That's
didn't even
what
say
it is.
Jacquees, right? You said king of R&B.
Yeah.
And I started talking about Jacquees.
Yeah. That's how that worked. That's what made it smart.
Mainly because he had that argument. But I feel like
well, that's
to
the
Google
only
the
reason
nigga.
why.
I just feel like
I
feel like I'm
Googled a
losing
nigga. It
myself, first of all.
said
Oh,
Birdman's boyfriend or some shit. I was like, what?
No, I'm mad that somebody edited his Wikipedia and it was like he's an American karaoke singer or some shit
Yeah, I saw
for
that.
Jacquees. But I just feel like, okay, that was cute and everything, but I feel like he's been trolling us lately. Like the nigga did fucking the little my love nigga was like did the whole video.
He was dancing and everything.
Yeah, so, and I was
Yeah, that
like,
was
if you don't
trash.
get the fuck out of here, sir. Like,
That was him staying relevant with the time. He didn't want to fizzle out like.
that's why there's a petition to
was
get
a
him
smart move.
to
It was.
legally stop being allowed to do
I
covers.
always
Like
respect the nigga hustle, even if I respect your talent.
But if he
Covers aren't
wants
good.
longevity, he got to drop a flame-ass hit.
And that's not going to
like,
happen.
Right.
does he
next
have an
week.
album?
I don't. He's about to,
no, he
something's
has
coming out
what
or
he
it came out.
have what he got the joint out 19 or something like that. He had whatever joint had bed on it.
He not even
Word.
better than Tory Lanez in them. Like,
And my thing is, Tory Lanez will sample, but I'm like, he ain't just full fledged, just running off with the whole
Tory
thing.
Lanez
How
on a
how
motherfucking
important
performance.
how important is doing covers to you? Because I know that's how a lot of people. The girl, not Queen Naija, got discovered off of doing covers.
Exactly.
So how important is
I
it?
think
She makes fashion over
covers
music.
covers are important in the sense that, like, if you don't have your own hit song yet, not because you're not talented enough or because you're not good enough, but just because enough people haven't seen you or haven't heard about you yet, covers are a way to get in front of people who may be looking for a Bruno Mars song and stumble across your
Especially
music.
on
You know what I'm
YouTube,
saying?
because that's how
Exactly.
Dondria got found.
Exactly, and so that's how they're important. For upcoming artists is very important.
Do you do covers still?
Yeah, I do covers.
Okay.
That's how I found out about Dondria, from her covers and stuff she used to do on YouTube. She used to
Exactly.
kill some joints. And then when she got on, with Jermaine Dupri and she made her single, You're the One, I was like, okay, this bitch is really fucking killing it. And I wish I would have saw more from her.
And then the
I
thing
feel
about
it
covers
all
is
over my
like
body,
it shows that like you're able to like meet up to industry standards. Because like if I can like sing a Bruno Mars song and sing it just as good as Bruno Mars, or even
Was
better.
better, right.
You know, then it's
You
like,
fuck is this?
definitely
why hasn't he
did.
signed?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that's
Yep, that becomes the question.
Your video, the Bruno Mars, that wasn't an audition video. That was your first.
that
video.
was my blind audition.
That was your okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Because then they turned around. And all
Exactly.
that. So that video of your blind audition singing "Finesse" by Bruno Mars hit 1 million views, and it's
2.1.
over.
Oh,
Shit.
yeah, he like, get the numbers, bitch.
Shit.
Get it right.
2.1 million. That's crazy. And when I first saw
And
it,
that's not an easy task.
hell nah. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh shit. Oh shit, like you really did that shit. And I'm not even just saying that. Anybody go on YouTube right now and search Funsho Finesse, and it's gonna pop up.
Now, I
And
really
mean,
saw
it's
people
amazing.
talking about how, like, they got goosebumps and stuff. Because it's like, those types of things, when you can, like, elicit those types of emotions from people when they hear your music, it's a big deal. So when I was seeing people, like, post the videos and stuff like that on social media, and they like, oh, my God, this shit gave me chills. Like, that's a big deal. Like, you killed it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I got
Still
pipes.
humbles me.
You got pipes.
What opportunities have you came from being on The Voice?
A lot. You know, I got the opportunity to go to Nigeria and open up for Wande Cole. I'm working on a record with this artist called Maestro, who has music out with WizKid, Davido.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm on television pretty regularly.
Yeah.
I'm doing a expo performance thing, a health expo performance with NBC on January 13th. And then just like the ability to sort of move differently, you know, being back home and just having that exposure, like I can do different things with a different sort of approach. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. And shout out to us because we tried to get you before The Voice, but we just had to wait till after The Voice because a lot of times the people in the DMV area, when you start popping in other areas, that's when they'll start to fuck with you. And for the record, we reached out before The Voice.
Yeah, it's a break been on my dick.
Shut the fuck up. Damn. See, that's why it's hard for women in the entertainment industry because
I need the sound effect of boing.
No. That's because nigga. That's because women who are trying to get interviews or land certain things, you got to be on a nigga dick.
I respect the hustle.
No, he didn't mean
I didn't mean it like that.
I don't give a fuck because there's niggas out there that think that. Fuck them.
Fuck them then.
That's because niggas are trying to get you on their
gassed
dick.
them.
That's what that
Yo,
is.
change the name of this show. You always put out disclaimers.
I did not
Some
put out a
disclaimers,
disclaimer.
podcast.
Some disclaimers.
Some kind of
A few
Occasional disclaimers.
You can't do this anymore. You gotta do this.
A few disclaimers.
So fuck you and them black
Jai
ugly
disclaimers.
males. Fuck out of here.
Ooh.
You need it next time. You have to understand that like earth tones are more in now.
No, but I had an all black.
That's
You supposed
why
to get a
have
nude nail? Like
you should get a nude nail. Yeah.
That would be
I'm
interesting.
And I'm gonna fuck it up. I'm gonna do a brown blazer like with a brown turtleneck and do it. Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's like nah. Okay, so so a lot of opportunities came from being on The Voice, a lot of exposure, national exposure. Right. I saw your Instagram followers go up. I need to get some TV time. That I don't even want to be on TV, but I want to be on TV to get some more followers and jump back and get back in my house. But how do the contracts for The Voice work? Like, do you like owe them a piece of your soul, like for the next couple months or what?
Yeah, they still have half of my soul.
I'm just really sitting here intently listening.
Working on
Like,
getting the rest of it back. I should have it back by March.
Gotcha.
man, put me on.
That's
Man,
it.
I
No, I'm just
beatbox.
But basically, how it works is like it's really complex. And since I'm not gonna be able to
understand.
No, I'm not gonna be able to like say everything that's in the contract.
Yeah. But okay. So if you put out an album, when you put out your EP, any money you make from that, do you have to give them a piece?
No.
Okay.
No. But there's limitations to how long you have to wait after being on the show to do certain things.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you can't perform a certain song until like.
Yeah, you like if you're on, for instance, while I'm on air, I can't like just put a bunch of covers out.
Okay.
Got you.
Right.
What, they got like some non-compete type shit going on?
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, but so you did how many seasons? How does the season breakdown work? How many seasons did you do on The Voice?
Just one.
Just one.
season.
Okay.
Yeah, you can only do one season.
Okay. Yeah. So that stuff is taboo to most people because a lot of people only watch. I don't watch The Voice regularly. I watched for Funsho because I knew that I was invested because of that. Other than that, I don't watch it.
So she could be like, hey, I was watching you on The View, sign The Voice, whatever the fuck. And I was like, hey,
The
snap.
View?
Look, it just rolled off my tongue.
Right.
Pause, relax.
I'll
you try to-
go on the view.
Pause, you talking to her? Oh, you
Can I
do
just
gotta
have-
say it. You do, because
She's handsome. Okay. Say no. I'm sorry.
She
You
snuck
left the
that back in
window
there. She was
wide
like-
open.
Okay.
I'm in my little bag.
It's all right. Be in that
staying.
bag. Be in
It's
that little
looking
bag.
fire.
It's fine. I'm gonna let her slide with that one. I'm gonna let her slide. You know what I'm
Olive
saying? Y'all
juice,
trying to
olive
outdo me. You got
juice.
the nails, the hair. I can't.
Olive juice.
Yo, stop talking about my nails, Joe.
So you cool with like the contracts and stuff like that? I'm pretty sure you. Yeah.
Yeah.
When are you all the way out of that situation? Because I do think that it's very beneficial to get that exposure. So it's definitely worth it. But how long does it take for you to like be fully separate from them? I guess.
I feel like I'm reluctant to say all the
Okay, you don't
details
have
just
to.
because
You
I
don't
don't
have
know whether or not I'm supposed to say. But
Okay.
Then no.
yeah.
Then don't. Yeah.
Never in doubt.
Just don't. Don't fucking say it.
But
That's all
I
good.
mean, it's just it's a good amount of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Again, your EP is coming out. At what point? Like, around what time could we expect it?
In the spring. I'm shooting for. Let's just say the spring.
Okay. And you're shooting. Are you doing any
March.
music videos that you might need some?
I am shooting.
Backup
Backup dancers.
I
You
can't
want some
dance,
handsome
but I
ladies?
can like.
Some braids available.
I can do like
If you
the
can fly
song-
to LA in January,
like in a couple weeks.
Not on the weekend, because I get my hair cut
on the weekend.
January's too soon. January's too
Yeah.
soon.
You like Sunday through Tuesday. She's busy.
Anyway,
There'll be more.
Okay, yes, there'll be more. If you need some, we do cameos. But anyway, congratulations on everything. Is there anything else that you want to let the viewers and listeners? Shout out to Miami NHS Radio.
Shout out.
We have
Yes.
we're syndicated there.
Syndication.
So, anything you want to let the people know, how to reach you and stuff like that? We're gonna have your Instagram name and stuff on there, but for the listeners who only listen to audio.
Okay. Yeah, I'm on Funsho Music on every social media platform.
Mm-hmm.
FUNSHO Music. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything. Funsho Fam is the website. You can listen to all my music on there, watch my videos, and buy tickets to my upcoming shows. And also, I'm doing a charity event at Big Chief on January 4th.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
What is that? What day does that fall
Friday.
on?
That's
that
Friday.
This-
Yes.
just
I can make that.
yeah.
Friday.
Y'all trying to
I'm in there.
Come through. Pull
Okay.
up.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring your hats, bring gloves for the kids.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Very cool.
So, yeah.
I got ties to Big Chief. We good.
I got ties too.
Put it in there.
I hate him
Yeah.
so
Do you
much.
got gloves?
Ties.
Two oops.
Yeah.
what
Shout
you
out
did
to Hilarious
He can be
Omar
like,
who
Bino,
told
give me
me
them damn gloves.
Shout out to Hilarious Omar who told me I was funny. A comedian.
Right. Thanks a lot, Omar. Thanks a
Yeah.
fucking lot. Now we
Thanks
have
a
to
fucking lot.
now we have to deal with. You did one show with us and left us with this bullshit.
I want to ask you a question. If you could work with like your dream producer, who would it be?
Me like shit.
Manny Fresh.
Pharrell Williams.
For real?
That would be dope.
That'd be lit.
Dope.
You would get that vicious opening 4 count that's on every fucking Pharrell joint. If you ever notice, it's always a vicious 4 count.
That's a signature.
Yeah.
That's so lit. Niggas didn't know.
What's your dream label to be on? Def Jam.
Or do you want to be on a
Interscope?
label?
If the situation makes more sense than being independent, then I'm all for it.
Gotcha.
But what label do you like? Like, did you like? Oh, I always wanted to be a part
I
of.
feel like you can't corner him like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
That's what she be doing. That's what she
Then
be
he
doing.
gonna be like, yeah, I want to be with Def Jam, and then Aris still gonna be
You
like,
can't
really?
say
nigga? Well, nah, call it Def Jam then, nigga. It's like,
Do you? Oh, go ahead.
What was you gonna say?
Say
No,
all
go
of
ahead. I want you to finish first.
All of them are great. They're
Okay, that's
they're
what's
all
up.
fucking
Nice.
fantastic.
So
Nice.
do you know Go Link?
oh my god. I
Not
knew this was
personally, but I
coming.
know of Golden.
It was either Gold Link or Charlemagne.
You should do a collab with Go Link. I think that would be dope.
That'd be cool. That'd be dope.
Do you
Yeah.
charge for features?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's a fucking business. Man.
No, it all depends on who it is.
Even if I didn't, I wouldn't say it in public.
No pressure.
I would.
Hell yeah.
People be all in my DMs.
No,
Okay.
I'd be like, I need 5,000.
But yeah, I yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But that's-
charge-
But I mean, like,
Would it
You
be
only
on
charge
your
for certain
songs?
people because if Jay say I need you to sing this hook,
certain people, right?
yeah,
exactly.
you gonna be
Yeah.
like, you wouldn't say Jay.
Are you looking for female
You got
Venmo?
feature? Because we a duo.
Oh,
So
word.
what DMV artists, other than Nucci, because we know that you work well with him, are you looking forward to in the future might be working with? You know, you got Wale, Shot Glizzy. I mean, the list can go on.
And if you don't want to work with none of these niggas, you can say that too.
I mean, they'd be dope to work for Wale.
You're a dick.
Wale?
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That would, because he's Nigerian too, right?
He is Nigerian.
Do you know him? Like, do you have the Nigerian connect?
We're like
thought he was
2
gay to
degrees of
his birthday.
separation away from each other. Like,
That's
I know
okay.
people he knows, you know what I mean? I got family members like, oh, that's my cousin, but I don't know if they really his cousin for real.
Yeah.
But you like, we all African, so you could probably get away with it.
Right.
So, with the rise of Afrobeats, the popularity of Afrobeats, like being more mainstream, are you looking forward to making more music in that lane?
I actually already am.
Okay.
Some of
I saw something you posted on Insta story.
Yeah.
A performance
On the new EP called That's What You...
somebody get this guy.
We've tried. He's not gonna stay gone.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
so-
I am working on some, like half my project is like sort of an Afrobeat feel.
Okay.
And I'm doing a record with, like I said, this guy called Maestro, who is
Yeah.
an Afrobeat artist. So yeah.
Do you have a song on there for dancers? Because you know that should be making music pop too.
There's a lot of stuff you can dance to.
Okay, yeah.
Like a twerk anthem.
Not like a, you know, so like dancers make a cover. I mean, not cover, but they'll dance to like a song. It'll make it hot and stuff like that. You know, different dances that be on Instagram.
Right.
Like the joints that twerk to your song and they offer specials.
They not twerking only. I'm
Yeah,
talking
like,
about really like
I know what you mean.
150 and I twerk to your song from 6 to 9 a.m.
That's a long time to be twerking.
No, they gonna promote the video. Like if you want it between that window of time, it's this amount. If you want it between 9 and 12, it's this amount.
I seen
So-
a bitch clap on IG the other day. She had the little lint balls in her
you-
butt. I'm like, oh,
Can you
man.
talk to Mike? Goddamn.
Oh, that's just.
Funsho, are you
taste.
single?
Yes.
He thought about it for a second. Am I?
Do you date black women?
Why do you ask that?
Because she want to kick you off the show if you date anybody else than black.
Because and that's not anything personally. I asked a lot of our guests.
Okay. I thought you saw a music video or something. It was like,
No.
she had a light skin.
You
No,
seemed
I
a little
asked that-
guilty just now, though. Like,
No bullshit.
what? Why do I keep saying that?
So I asked.
If you have a woman and she's not the color of this microphone stand, she don't fuck with you.
No, explain.
Shout out to all my light skinned, fair skinned sisters out there and brothers and brown. And brown, all different
hickory.
shades. If you're black, I fuck with you always. I love you. I just asked that because you know climbing to success. A lot of black men. Shout out to my brothers. I love y'all. But y'all, they'll start out dating black women, and then higher they go, the lighter they
your
go.
ass for a white.
They get on and leave us. So I just asked.
No, they still.
I don't look at it that way. Like
Get
I
down,
don't.
girl.
I don't look at it where it's like, I only date black women or I only date white women. I just date whoever I feel like in that particular.
But
moment.
women are beautiful
But
when
black
you
women are
date.
in the category
Absolutely,
of the dateables.
yeah.
Okay, cool. You all right?
Okay,
Yeah,
are we what percentile? So, no, I'm just joking.
I got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're
Sabri.
fine.
No, my queen.
Oh, look at this love.
No, my
No.
Look at
Go
the
ahead,
love.
Go ahead, King Sabri.
This ain't no
Go ahead.
I'm,
Okay,
not,
never mind.
I'm not a
Let's switch
king.
that
I'm
real
a
fast.
beautiful queen. Okay, I'll leave my king to my black men, my
Gotcha.
brothers, because I love y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sabri has a lot of questions, but I know sometimes when we get on here, like, you get tired of, like, the music, questions. I want to ask you, because this is, like, a big thing that I talked to Sabri and Yada shortly about it. I don't know. Is there beef between African Americans and Black
Ooh,
Americans?
that's a good one.
They asked, what's the name from Insecure about this?
Issa Rae,
No, not Issa Rae.
the Yvonne.
Oh
Orgy.
yeah,
Yvonne Orji.
Yeah.
Who the
And
which one is that?
Molly.
The Molly.
Oh, she African?
On Breakfast.
Yeah.
She's Nigerian.
I ain't know.
She
Shout
was
out to
sidestepping that thing so
She's a
much.
virgin too.
Yeah, but
She's like 33.
She don't be fucking?
No, she's never.
That's
but
crazy.
is there beef between African American and African?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
It's not
There's no
beef. They
beef.
just don't like us.
I mean,
It's
no,
like-
no. Listen, the same. I'm sure there's people in every
Yes.
race, every culture who are not receptive to anyone who's in another race.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that doesn't exclude African people. I'm sure there's African people who are like, I don't like black people.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's black people who are like, I don't like African people.
Yeah.
But
You know,
ain't we-
but
so
I
you
don't think you can categorize the whole race and be like, Africans don't like black people or
Yeah.
vice versa. Or,
So what do you call yourself?
You can't even say white people don't
Yo,
like
do you
black
consider
people. because-
yourself? Yeah. What do you consider yourself? Because how long have you been here?
What do I consider myself?
Were you born here?
I was born in Nigeria.
Okay, so what do you consider yourself?
I am African,
Okay.
but I am American. I mean, I'm by nationality
African American.
Essentially, by nationality, I'm American. Like on paper, I'm American.
Yeah.
You know, but I was born in Africa, so culturally, I'm Nigerian.
And that is why I agree with the term Black American for Native Blacks in America, because African American would be more fitting for someone like you.
But then that makes it so there's a distinction between people who are Black and American as opposed to people who are something else in American. Like, we don't call Asian American people anything other than Asian American, whether they're born here or abroad. So why would we make that distinction for Black people? It would be making this distinction based solely on their skin color.
No. It's
crazy.
not about
We
the
don't even
skin
call
color.
them Asian. I call them Asian, and they could have been born right here.
No, but they're still considered Asian American.
Yeah, but
Well, yeah, but even to take it to another extreme, like you might just even call them Asian.
well, because there is so when you're it depends on who you're talking to, right? So if you're speaking generally, then we're considered Black regardless.
Right.
But when we break it down, like if we're having a conversation, with the people from Africa, and we would make that distinction because it does matter. Culturally, we're totally different. Which I'm not saying different in a negative or positive way. I'm just saying we are different. They're not. If I say I'm African too, like we're all the same, they're gonna be like, all right, well, where are you from? And then they're gonna start asking me what I speak, and I'm like, no, I'm Black American.
Right.
So the distinction is important, but it also depends on who you're talking to and in what setting. But it is important for Black Americans to have our culture as well, just because it's rich in history. So and Asians do that too. Every other group makes that distinction between the people who are born here, but they also have a culture to back up that.
Right.
Us as Black Americans, we're the only people who don't have a culture like original culture to back up. Our culture comes from this nigga. Our culture comes directly from slavery, so we do have to make that decision because everybody else got their own thing except us.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't challenging. I was just wondering.
Oh yeah.
Challenge her.
Challenge me, but because I'm a type of person. We are the type of people you could challenge us and we could still have a good conversation. It's not well nigga, no, because
See me there.
Yeah.
Well, see how we was just arguing before the show.
That's
And then look, and then it's
It's all love.
Yeah.
Okay, that shoulder grip hurt like shit.
Like
bad.
shit.
My
But yeah,
bad.
so there is a segment of the African population who doesn't understand or like Black Americans, and I understand that because
thinks we're lazy.
well, think
And
about it this way.
I think those same people,
they don't know history too.
Not only that, yeah, but they probably just don't like anyone who's not Nigerian.
But now I've met some African men,
and they only
that
drink
do not-
Remy 1738. They don't. Fuck
Well,
with it.
I have heard
Shut your ass up.
a lot of them say that like we're culturalists or whatever, and as like a down talk, and which is unfair because it's not like we came over here and was
but
like,
you know what they probably mean by that? They mean that you don't have their culture.
I met a lot of African men who don't really care for Black women, and they say it's because of like the differences between us and African women. Like like I have I have African coworkers who explain like how the women in Nigeria are like when I be getting smart with them, and they be like, see, like basically like if an African woman did that, I would slap the shit out of her, and I'm just like, well, the thing about that is no
That's
like
bullshit.
shit boy, but basically like just saying like, see, Black women, they want to do this, and African women don't do that, and I'm just like. Okay.
My nigga from Nigeria, he said he don't eat pussy.
And he can stay. He can go back where the fuck he came from.
He said he's like, man.
Get his
he's like-
ass out of here.
He's like, man, I don't eat pussy. I'm like, man, you wellin'. But I believe him.
yeah, but
I said, I
break down that
Look his ass
stereotype.
a-
Break that stereotype
look his
right
ass
now.
a
Let the
flight
ladies
right
know.
back across the pond.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not consistent. Period.
That was a good PC answer.
Did they give you media training at NBC?
Nah, I just know what to say. What not to say.
He hit the conceited face though.
That's gonna work in your favor.
Damn sure will.
Yeah, just knowing how to talk to people and
Yeah, and knowing how to sidestep stuff, we
Without
talked about
exactly,
We talked about that Kodak Black situation with Ebro last week. We're not gonna get into that, but I think that he did well by trying to sidestep that conversation, initially.
I don't think he sidestepped. I think he was direct. Like, man, I don't wanna
Meaning
talk.
he didn't want to talk. That's
Okay, gotcha.
sidestepping it. Like I'm.
I
Gonna,
thought you meant he kind of like, man, all right, what y'all cooking tonight? Yeah,
What y'all cooking?
But yeah, so what else? Dating wise, like, what are you looking for in a woman right now? If you're looking, or like, because you may not be looking for a girlfriend because you got a lot of busy stuff coming up. But like, when you're dealing with women out here to these shows and appearances and stuff like that, what is something that's a major turnoff? Let's say that first.
Major turnoff.
Other than obvious shit like BO and shit.
Right. Right.
I probably wasn't even gonna say that because that's like obvious.
Yeah.
But probably just not really having any sort of goals or just not really having any. You know
what if they thirsty? What about if they thirsty because they know that you're a singer and you be on TV and stuff?
It's hard to tell, right? Whether or not they thirsty because of that, or if they just think you're tight.
Yeah, because you already, because now
skate?
you've already, to me, you've made it. I'm sure you went to ascend to higher, levels, but now you don't. If someone meets you, they can kind of like fake it. You know what I'm saying? Or
they can kind of be like, "Oh, I don't even know who you are."
Or they like both.
Right.
I like him, and it doesn't hurt that he's somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just gonna GTD and skate then? Like, I mean, I feel like that would make sense.
You said what? Oh.
That's what I would do. Like, man, I don't even know if you real for real, but you know what I'm saying? Let me just hit real quick.
You didn't say it. I said it.
So have you definitely smashed more from like from The Voice?
Have I smashed more since The Voice?
More
Since The
post voice pussy than you
Yeah.
got before.
No.
No.
It's about the same. You know what I'm saying? But,
Okay. I know your DMs
selective.
didn't go crazy.
okay,
Did your
cheek
DMs go
ratio
crazy?
still consistent. Okay.
Did your DMs go crazy?
My DMs are insane. My DMs
What?
are
Can't you?
nuts.
You don't turn them off? Can't you turn off?
Stop. Like it's crazy.
People just send you pictures of their throat, like, "Hey, look,
Bro,
look where you could be at."
This nigga be wild.
definitely not the throat, but definitely pictures.
He's like, "There's other orifices."
What the fuck?
Bitches be weird. That's how I imagine bitches be. Like, "Hey, look."
What's the wildest thing someone said
Wildest
in
thing.
your DM
The wildest thing someone.
that made you think twice of responding? Like,
The wildest thing someone didn't say really was this one person who didn't say anything but just sent me her titties, and I was like,
She's like, "You know what the fuck is going on?"
But that's not cool. We gotta report her. Send that shit to us so we can report that
because
shit.
that's harassment. That's harassment. Because if
I didn't feel harassed, to be honest. I'm totally okay with it.
He said, "Send that shit to us so we can report." I didn't even feel
No, because seriously, they have to respect you, King. Like, you not easy.
Yeah.
nobody's gonna take you serious with those
Yes,
fucking
you are.
nails, bro.
You have a hard on for my nails, yo. Like your nipples are about to bust through your bra. Like, golly,
My
here.
nipples are so soft off those nails.
She like, "This yours is the anti-hard." Like,
My nipples are inverted.
you done made her nipples innies now. See what you did, Sean?
Yeah,
She ain't got no nipple.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Shout out to NBC and lovely people out there.
Oh my god.
Like, after this interview, ain't gonna be on NBC. You're gonna have all interviews on BET.
Oh, that's just bad. Right after, before
Boy.
and after Baby Boy.
Cool.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Before
goodness.
and after.
Like, real quick though, BT, I swear to God, there's other movies. I swear to God, on my mama, it's other
Hold on,
movies.
is BET worse than TNT? Because Shawshank Redemption comes on every fucking day.
No, BT is worse because then you gotta hear shit like, "Man, I was hungry than a mother's man," and the fucking voice don't even fucking match the fucking original. Like, oh my God, y'all young busters. Like, oh my God, can you please not? Can you fucking please not?
Oh man.
Would you act, speaking of the big screen and stuff,
I would.
because you look really young and you can really go, because it's a young man's thing, I think, for the most part, right? Acting and stuff. So I think you would do well in that, yeah.
Thank you. I definitely would. I would do it.
And I think, say if you were to do something, I feel like it's easier to transition into, like, you can use that, say, like, first of all, you're an amazing artist.
Thank you.
But I feel like when people do that, they usually transcend, other
Yeah,
things, you know
segue
what
into
I
other
mean? So, like,
avenues.
you think of, like, Cardi B.
Yeah.
She was acting before she was rapping, right?
Nah, she was stripping. Definitely
I mean,
stripping.
no, but I'm just
I'm
saying, before she was rapping.
I mean, if you want to
She
call
was-
love and hip hop acting, yes.
Yeah.
Right,
Then she went to
right,
being
right. It was
Mary
scripted.
Jane, right?
She
A little
did.
bit.
She did like a cameo or something, right? It
But
wasn't
then
like
all of a
real-
sudden, she was a rapper. I was like, I didn't even know she rapped.
Yeah.
She talked
Am I
about that.
wrong?
She talked about that on Love and Hip Hop, but nobody took her serious.
What other thing would you do, like in entertainment?
Dance. No, I'm just kidding. Acting. That's it. That's it. Really.
That's it. Okay.
That I can think
I
of
mean,
right
what about
now.
to do? Nipsey's Tootsie Roll Champ? Like, what else he about
Model. I would model. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Nah, models don't get paid acting. That's
to do? Okay, well,
music.
Amina, call him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we too thick to model.
You can be an Ashley Stewart model.
We can model for like King Magazine. We got a model for
What's funny is
Word Up.
My size, I am considered, well, not when I buy clothes, I'm not considered plus. But if I wanted to be a model, industry, yeah, I would be considered plus.
Yeah, Ashley Stewart. I can see you. Like,
and plus size women like should not look at me and know how to dress because I'm
you
not
can't
their size.
dress.
First of all, I can't dress, motherfucker. Y'all better follow me.
Yo,
y'all can see.
She had on a two-tone tuxedo dress joke. Hey, look, she was giving like
she looked like
Cruella
a jigsaw
eat your motherfucking heart out.
She looked like Cruella DeVille.
Black and white like my man's right here.
You was just hating because Sean looked the fuck.
You look like a Picasso painting.
She had the booties on. She was giving it. She was
at Mr. Bray is my Instagram, and y'all see it. I'm gonna post that picture on my Instagram because it's already.
And we want to take a poll. Y'all tell me she don't look like Harvey Dent in the fucking Batman movie.
He a fucking hater. This nigga looked a mess. He like
I want Prom King.
Suit. Yeah, because you was just you knew most of the people, but you wasn't best dressed by far, nigga. You looked a mess.
Who was dressed better than me?
I was easily.
Oh, you want to win? You want to win Prom King?
Oh no, you said who was dressed better than me? I'm not.
No,
saying.
as one of the fellas, the guys.
Two of them joints, he was dressed like the Monopoly.
Vic, no, he was. Vic didn't want to give it to himself because it was his
but I'm just
event.
You just asked who dressed better than you.
Cool, I give you that. He family, so if he win, I win.
But at two,
he family too.
Okay,
if
but
they win, we win.
But at two of them, then he was dressed like the Monopoly man.
Oh yeah. I tried to switch it up.
Oh, I wanted to. Okay, so. Oh, what made you do the voice? Because I didn't want to ask that before we.
The application process.
Yeah, like what made you say, you know what, I'm auditioning. Do you want some more wine? Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yo, you see.
Drinking red or white?
Red. But what made me do the voice? I had auditioned for the voice a couple of times prior to actually being on the show. The actual like full length audition process is like it's pretty tedious. Like you have to go through the open call. That's a lot of wine. You have to go through the. Sorry. You have to go through some
Bill Cosby shit.
You have to go through the open call auditions. It's like thousands of people, and then like you go to another audition after that, and then another one, and another one, and then you get on TV. But luckily, they actually they found some of my stuff on like social media, and they reached out to me and called me for an audition.
Okay.
Oh, so they was fucking with you. Like you really didn't have to do probably what everybody else did. They kind of like sought you out.
Yeah, I did, but I got to skip a few steps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they don't do like the blooper reels like they do on American Idol?
They do.
Oh, they do?
Blooper reels, right?
You know, like the horrible...
The super horrible
shit that gets people drunk. Yeah. Oh, baby.
No.
You was alive when that?
Ain't no bullshit.
No, that was one of the... That was like...
They really do focus on talent, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I watched because you were on there. I can't get with those shows, but... That's neither here nor there.
I be feeling like they be faking sometimes.
That's real. It's all real.
I need you. No, faking sometimes on real talent. Like,
yeah.
how you not gonna turn around?
Yeah.
This joint fire. Like,
Jennifer Hudson should have been the first one to turn around. Shout out to her.
I feel like you gotta have the whole package. It just can't be like you can sing.
But they wouldn't know that. They can't see you. They're turned around. Like it's a blind audition.
Who's your favorite judge?
They literally have their backs turned to you and you're singing.
Oh, I thought we were still talking. We was on Sheep Bank. We transitioned back.
No, we was talking about
gotcha.
This nigga be low. Go ahead.
Kelly's really entertaining.
Kelly?
As a person, I think she's my favorite coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
She can sing like shit.
Sing her ass off.
She can. She definitely can. Okay.
I stand.
She kind of look fat. Is she fat? No. I meant.
She like white girl fat?
No, I meant Kelly from.
Does she got a bump?
Suitland. That we talking about a different Kelly.
No, this Kelly Clarkson fat.
Sabray.
He can say no.
She got the cakes or not? Like,
he can say I don't know.
So this is a question I want to ask you.
Huh?
So.
Does Jennifer Hudson have staples in her back?
She has what?
From the loose skin, but go ahead.
Aislinn, you are a fucking tragedy.
Oh my God.
That's wrong as shit.
You gotta do Big J Hood like that.
As soon as Sabray done been in this gym, Joe, like she just been like giving flack to everybody else.
That's not true. I love her.
All right.
Extra question. Come on.
No. You got it. You got the stage.
No. What were you about to say?
You got the stage. I'll exit right. Stage left. What is it? When you exit.
I don't
Anyway,
know. Where's the question at, Ma? I feel like you forgot and you trying to play it off.
Exactly. Do you have it? You forgot it. Because if it come back to you, because I got another one.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so I wanted to talk about something real quick, and this is something open for the whole panel. So Nick Cannon just did a Vlad TV interview, which, by the way, his fashion. I love Nick Cannon. Like, y'all, I love him. But listen, I thought that interview was from 2006 and it was a flashback. This nigga Nick Cannon be dressing some wild shit. But
he paid.
It's neither here nor there.
That's neither here nor there, because I looked at it, I was like, why are they putting all these notifications on my YouTube for some old ass video?
And his resume of jumps he done hit.
I mean, no,
it's like top 3.
Hey, Nick Cannon, I respect him at the highest level. He's one of my favorite people in entertainment. I'm not going to say entertainers, but one of my favorite people in entertainment. He's conscious. I love him. He did an interview basically where he was talking about, if you're with me, you like if a woman is with me, you have a baby with me, you ain't gotta work. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to work. I want to see you if I got the best of the best, I want to see you in the best of the best, because niggas gonna know you can't even approach her unless you can give her the best of the best. And right now, she, whatever. So you're on the same status as I am. How do you feel about that? Because you're gonna get to the point where you're rich and all of that stuff. So what do you feel about your woman working?
I don't feel like I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way at all. I feel
But you're African.
Get a job, nigga.
It's like
not necessarily get a job.
Look at her fall into the stereotype.
Not necessarily. I wouldn't. Not gonna say get a job, but it's like if
I
feel like what's probably gonna attract me to her in the first place is like her ambition and like having something about not even necessarily a job, but just something about herself that's like. Whether it's an independent business, or she could be selling weave. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's a job.
Do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, if I have extra, it's ours. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, do something.
Because all that sounds good as a girlfriend until he break up with your ass, and now you done become accustomed to his life, and you can't get no fucking girlfriend alimony. And now you got to do what? Get a job.
Facts.
What'd you feel about that, Sean? If you had the means, would your girlfriend? Huh?
She got work, girlfriend.
She got to work.
Because I feel like any woman that, if I got to that, first of all, Nick Cannon, I applaud you because you can say that, because it's way easier to say that when you're a fucking millionaire.
You're right.
No, she don't got to work. But if she wants to, like, invest in a business or do something, because I don't.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
To me, like, with y'all, I don't see what you're gonna be doing all day. So, of course, you might not be going to your regular 9 to 5, but maybe you had, like, dreams or whatever, and I can not invest or just pay for all this shit. Like, what's the point of you working? Yeah. That's how I think. Like, what are you working? And if you are,
bitch.
If you are a mother to my child, I mean, that is working. A full-time. Yo, who wants your kids all the time? Not me.
Yeah, that's cute for like the first 5 years. Them motherfuckers gonna go to school, and then it's like, now what are you doing?
Not working per se,
sitting
but
in the house eating bonbons.
You know what I'm saying?
But doing something.
Having something.
You can be a rolling like you can be a manager. I don't know all the shit, but doing something in my camp.
You just can't just be sitting at home watching Maury all day. Like
that's what she gonna do after the kids go to school, son. Get a job.
And I agree with you. I meant like. If you work at, like, fucking Capital One Bank, you don't got to be a teller no more.
Right.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. You got to do something.
I would love
of course
a man who'd be like, you know what, baby, you don't got to work. I'm going to want to just because I'm a go-getter naturally. But if a man, like, you could chill. Like,
he going to waste a good surprise on you.
You better not stop cutting hair.
He's going to waste a good surprise on you.
I'm cutting hair for, like, forever. Yeah, I'm a barber.
He said like
8 years.
See, that's her problem now, though. He gonna waste a good surprise on you. Like, you ain't gotta work just for you to still work.
Right.
I mean,
sling that shit to somebody who don't want to work.
If a nigga told you that you had to stop working, I'm gonna throw some work in his car and call anonymous police. Yeah, this nigga selling drugs. Get the fuck, you ruined that.
I have actually had that happen to me, and I just can't.
Will somebody put drugs in your car?
No, someone. No, that's a
frame a nigga you was talking to.
I got framed for some other shit, but we gonna talk about that later. No, like had a guy who was like he felt like he didn't want me to work, and I'm just like, that's cute and everything, but watch this, goes to work.
You can give a woman an option, but not a demand.
No, I had a guy. He didn't frame me. He put a stolen tag on my car while I was at work, and I got pulled over, and I almost went to jail.
He stole the tag?
That's the kicker, though. He came to my job while I was at work, and I was parked in the garage, and he stole a tag off of someone's car in the garage, and he put the tag on my car, in the back of my car. It's just that fire.
He's a super fuck nigga.
Torch. So anyway,
when you say it's just that fire, the people.
Do you mean the pussy?
I think that's precisely what she's referring.
I mean, it's open to interpretation. Anyway,
You
so
got the PC answers now.
nigga tried to send me to jail, so I get pulled over on my way to work. Then, like a couple days later, I think it had to be like within like a couple of days, but it was sometime during that week. I got pulled over, going to work, minding my business, and the cop is like, "Yeah, pull over." I almost went to jail because of this shit. Like seriously, possession of stolen property.
Wow.
I'm like, are you kidding me? This is what saved me though, my nigga. If you go and put this it was my coworker though. 7 floors of offices. He just happened to steal one of my coworker tag, and she was telling us how someone took a tag off her car. And I'm like, I said, report it stolen. That way, if somebody tries to use it, they'll get caught. He put the shit on my car, had me looking crazy. But this is what saved me, my nigga. If you gonna do it, you gotta do the front and the back, baby. The front tag was still my tag that matched the car. You got me out here looking. I'm sitting there like, there's no way I got to stole. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wow.
Then they end up walking around the car. They had searched my shit, had me out there looking like a criminal. And then what happened? He noticed the front tag wasn't even the same state as the back tag. Now you look stupid. Now I'm sitting there like, see,
that's crazy.
When you working, they probably had cameras in the garage, right?
I don't think so.
It's a good thing you had no bud in your car or something.
No bull.
No, I was good wholesome queen. You know what I'm saying? Good wholesome queen.
But when it comes, I just really, I think that because of Nick Cannon's perceived, well, no, I'm not gonna say his like corniness when it comes to like music and like comedy, that people got him fucked up, and he a real ass nigga, and I think that he should be respected, because even that outlook, every man can't do that because they may not have the means, but to have that mindset. I fuck with that mindset. Like, if I have the best of things, I want my girl to have the best of things. And if she doesn't necessarily want to work,
but what about the reverse though, right? Like, what if you rich? Right?
I want
your man don't gotta work no more, or
if I'm rich, my nigga still gotta be rich.
First of all, you already know the answers to this, but I would like to hear the answers.
See, I said this before, and this is very consistent with what I always say. Women
Spanish.
have to bear the children. There's a different mindset and mentality.
We're not talking about bearing children.
Girl, fuck them kids.
I'm saying that's where the mentality comes from. He said, if you have kids, you know, like. That is a job in itself.
Girl, them motherfuckers be having nannies. Them nannies be raising them kids. Them bitches be at the bar.
No, but I'm saying though.
Happy hour
That's where the mentality comes from. Like looking for a man to be a provider. That was really where he was coming from. Like, I'm a provider. I naturally want to provide for my woman and my family.
But
bitches don't even like their kids for real.
I feel like women. I feel like most men feel that way if they had the means. Like
right, and I was just saying I fuck with the mentality. Every man cannot do that, and I understand that and respect that. You know, we live in a society where cost of living is high.
Home dad? Why can't you bear the children, go back to work, and he just be a stay-at-home father?
I'm talking about what naturally. I mean, because that can happen in certain instances, but naturally, the woman is gonna bear the children and give birth, and they're going to be more of the nursing and being the nurturer. That goes in. But I'm just saying that's where the mentality comes from, and I fuck with that.
They stop after 6 months, like, oh, it hurt my titties. It's too much work.
They start after 6 minutes. The doctor said to do it, but fuck that. Y'all got a bottle. Get their ass some Carnation Good Start and call it a day.
I do know this girl still
breastfeed after what?
16 like shit.
2 years.
This is a relationship.
That's
now.
some white shit.
Yo,
right
if he
there.
can walk to your titties,
if you can walk and talk,
if you can unstrap your mom's robe with one hand,
it's time to stop.
With his eyes closed, sleep in the middle of the night.
That's some white shit, and that's the.
If you can ask for it.
Titty.
Hey, Mom, pop that motherfucker.
Right. At that point, you gotta stop.
White people be breastfeeding. That kid be 16. Like, this is a relationship now. Like, this is not even a feeding situation.
Right. In a full sentence.
That's
can't be your height. He got bent down and sucked the titty. Y'all go together.
Nah, like, come on. I don't think that many black women don't fuck with that shit. So.
It didn't really work out. It didn't really work out for me. I tried, but it didn't really work out.
Tiffany Haddish put out a video recently of her saying, basically, she is wearing fur, and she was saying shout out to PETA and all that, but I'm wearing fur, and I'll stop wearing fur once the police starts killing black people. And a lot of people took issue with that. A lot of animal lovers and all that good stuff. And I thought it was dope. What y'all think? Did y'all see that video first of all?
I didn't, but I'm with you.
Yeah. Did y'all see it?
I didn't see it.
No, but I don't see how that's
sounds
relevant.
retarded, to be honest. That was my first
sense.
instinct, was that it seems a little retarded.
I get the correlation. These motherfuckers care if I fucking kill a turkey.
But the same people that are advocating for animals aren't the same people that are killing black people. It's just not even the same thing.
It's not the same thing, but I don't feel like, like, they be like, oh, your car has leather in it. You're a fucking,
Oh, so I guess you're saying that these people aren't advocating for the stopping of killing black people, but they will fight you over turkey. I mean, that's their cause, though. She
explained more that, in there that people's lives matter just like animals' lives matter. So don't have selective outrage over one and not the other.
But you're wearing fur, so you kind of really can't say don't have selective outrage while you're having
because you're literally having selective outrage.
I mean, just wear your fur and shut up.
Yeah,
you could just shut up. I don't even care about animals like that. Though.
I think it's okay to have. I think it's okay to have that point of view, but I think to like make that like connection outwardly is like kind of like random.
I'll tell you why. Because white people care more about animals and they treat their dogs better than they treat black people.
Oh no, I can totally fucking agree with that. Absolutely. I just feel like untoward. That's a little weird. It's kind of just like it's like I get the intention behind it overall, but it's like you can't argue with someone about being selectively outraged and you're doing the
and it's not the same
right
people.
It comes off a little odd.
That's true. The way I received it, and you're right, because she's talking about like, who knows what it came from? Maybe someone saw her in it and was like, "You're horrible," and then that
suck.
Maybe that same person is outraged by black people getting killed.
Well, yeah, maybe, but probably not.
Right,
I agree.
I don't know too many black people.
But maybe though, right?
But maybe.
But I'm saying there is the possibility of somebody who is upset about both. So it's like for those people, they're gonna feel like, wow, bitch. I mean, I'm not gonna say that because I don't know the numbers.
It's not mutually exclusive.
PETA is stronger than Black Lives Matter.
But I'm not gonna jump off. I mean, but I'm not gonna jump off that cliff and say that the
police,
the medium
LGBTQ, PETA.
But maybe that just means that we need to be more invested in that cause as a people. Maybe that means we need more people behind that so that it gets that attention. I'm talking about.
Because you can separate.
Do you think Africans care about unarmed Black Americans being shot unarmed by the police?
Absolutely.
Okay, I didn't know. That was a real question.
I feel like you could break down each demographic though, because all of these people are going to have a cause that's more important to them than other causes. It doesn't mean you don't necessarily care about the other causes, but this one is more near and dear to you. So it's like you could say the same thing because I mean it's LGBTQ MOP West Side Story niggas who care more about their cause than they care about black people unarmed getting killed. So they're gonna pick a struggle.
I understand that.
It's not justified.
Caring more about.
That's what I'm saying. That's what these people in their mind, the people who like the PETA people in their mind feel like they're speaking up for the people who can't, for the creatures that can't speak up for themselves. Which I can respect that. Okay, cool. That's your cause. That's your cause. Like I said, I just feel like each demographic could say that. You could say, oh well, I'm not. You know what I'm saying, such and such with gay people because I feel like y'all care more about just y'all community and y'all care about black people as a whole getting killed. It could get broken down for each demographic. So it's just like realistically,
pick your cause.
Somebody's gonna pick their cause, so you can't fight them all. You gonna be out this motherfucker like.
I'm with anybody who brings any attention to the subject matter. Of
I just want you to do it in a way that it doesn't come off a little bit contradictory, though.
It's always gonna come off. I mean, everyone is a walking contradiction.
Do you think she'll face backlash for this? Because she is. She's catering to this white audience. She's trying to cross over. She's amongst the black entertainers who is trying to be accepted by everyone, to get the bag. Do you think she'll face backlash for this?
Hell yeah.
People being outraged for 2 weeks and then they'll go see one of her stupid movies a month later.
She will because the main situation is this. And there's a lot of these people who don't advocate for animals at all, not like actively, but they don't want to see you do something that's against it.
Yeah.
And for them, that's perceived as being against animals because you're like, I'm going to wear for until y'all do this. They always throw the baby out with the fucking bathwater. So it's like, okay, I'm going to just dodge this whole concept that you're going, which I can actually absolutely see the underlying message. I'm going to dodge all of that and feel like, but so you're just going to publicly come out and wear fur and be against animals?
What you think about that, Funsho? As an entertainer, there are a lot of risks that you take by speaking your mind.
She asks you all the risk questions like your career.
This going on YouTube?
Your career is basically, you like...
He like,
goddamn, I should have never went on that whack-ass podcast.
Put it this way. Think about it like this. All the interviews that you have coming up will not be nearly as good as this one. So this is the one that you had, the tough one that you got to get out the way, the most fun that you have to get out the way. Then after that, they're going to ask you all the topical shit. You're going to have tons of those.
He over there like, man, I really hope she spelled my name wrong when it's right.
You're going to have tons of what's your favorite color shits. But this is not that. So
okay. So what's the question?
So the question is, how do you feel about like stuff like that, statements that she made as an entertainer, as a black entertainer? How do you feel about saying certain things? Because you're going to feel motivated by whatever's going on or how you feel at that moment, but you also know that there's a fine line between, you know, you got to get to the bag first. Like, you got to get to the position where you can be self-sustained before you can really,
say anything.
Because freedom of speech is not free anymore for Black entertainers. You know what I'm saying? You have to pay for that. You know what I mean? So how do you feel about, like, her making that stance? Who knows what that was motivated by?
Take your time.
You can take your time. It's okay.
We'll wait.
I understand.
I think that she had the right intentions.
Yeah, but how do you feel about saying certain things that may be controversial, but you know you feel it in your heart?
Like taking
Well, hypothetically, if you had a twin, how do you think he would feel?
That's a good one. How do I feel about saying controversial things?
Yeah, that you may feel strongly
I think it's
about.
important to stand strong on your morals. Mm-hmm. I think if you feel really strongly about something, that you should think carefully about it first and make sure that you're on the right side of history.
Okay.
And then say.
I like that. I like that phrase.
Do you think that it's important to use your platform once it gets big enough? Because you do have a large platform, but this is not nearly as far as what it's going to be. How important do you think it is to use your platform for the empowerment of Black people, melanated people?
I think it's important to use your platform whenever you can to help anyone who.
I know that, but more specifically, you know, because Black people have a specific struggle in this world. I wouldn't say country, but in this world, we face a different thing. I know that if there was an injustice in fucking whatever the fuck, you would feel a way about that. But I'm asking more specifically, how important do you think it is to speak up on Black causes when they happen?
I think it's very important.
Yeah.
I mean, I see myself in a position where, like, if I have a lot of influence, a lot of attention, a lot of power, and something happens, I would not hold my tongue about speaking up on it. Okay. Yeah. That's what's up. And I think that as a community, we should support you, because the next question is, as a statement is, as a community, when it comes to people like a Tiffany Haddish or somebody that says something that's a little risky, us as a Black community should go out of our way to make sure we support the people who stick their necks out for us, to say certain things that empowers us or is the betterment for our community. You know what I'm saying? Because other communities don't play about disrespect. You know, we're the only community that could kind of give people leeway and give too many open avenues for people to disrespect us. And so when you have a Black person in entertainment, we know who runs entertainment, and it's not us, says something to the betterment of the Black community or the empowerment of Black community, we have to go out our way to make sure, okay, like Kaepernick or something like that, we're going to stand behind them. We're not just going to let them out to hang, you know?
Yeah. Right. Absolutely.
I agree. You
100.
handsome being.
Shut the fuck up. So what do y'all think some of the things that we can do to ensure that the people who stick their necks out for us with those platforms, and this is for y'all too, that we can show our solidarity. Show our solidarity.
Suffer through their awful movies.
You know, thank you. That's one. Yes.
Yeah, because I ain't laughed at one.
Seeing a
Besides
Tiffany
the girls
Haddish
trip,
movie is like drinking Hennessy. It's like you do it because it's there, but it's like
girls trip was funny
Hennessy
as
is
shit.
Great.
Henessy is fucking disgusting.
No, it's disgusting.
It's
tastes like
disgusting.
fucking 93.
It's just popular. Octane. Yeah, it's just popular.
Like cognac.
That's the consensus now.
It's just popular. It is. People
I don't
drink
even
stuff
like
'cause it's
cognac
popular.
like that.
I mean either, but I love
Like
Douce.
scotch or whiskey.
I'll do Douce, but that's like
Yeah, I could do
the
But I think my point of view on
okay.
I like to look at everything from an objective point of view. I can agree with the message behind something someone's saying, but I don't have to agree with what they say or how they say it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure, we're not monolithic, but I understand that. But
monolithic means it's like that.
I was about to Google that motherfucker as soon as
we
I
don't
left.
all think the same thoughts and all of that, but we know the difference of something that is for our betterment or something that is used to, or our detriment, right? Because we should definitely, persecute, and we do that. We do a great job at persecuting people who say stuff against us.
Right.
But it's like, what action can we take?
Cancel queens.
Right, because we cancel people quick as shit. But what can we do that's just as powerful to empower those who empower us and use their platform? Because I can say something on my Instagram all day about, Black empowerment and wealth building, the Black community, all of that. But I only got 1,500 followers. People with millions of followers, we need to put them up and be like, look, we're going to support you if you stick your neck out. We know that you have people who could be invested in you, but who look at that and be like, oh, that might be a stain on your, on your value because you said something that's a little controversial. Because anytime black people say anything that's for the betterment of black people, it's considered as controversial.
You got to support them. You got to support their craft. And honestly, it sounds wild to say it because, like, supporting something you might not necessarily, like, enjoy per se. Like, oh, I don't think you're all that funny. But when somebody really goes out their way, that every comment that they make like that can be perceived as controversial or risky, they are taking a risk with their career, which is their livelihood, sweetie. You can't come stay with me if you get fired from Hollywood. I ain't got no space for your ass. I'm not finna pay your bills. So when you stick your neck out for us as a community and you jeopardize your cash flow and your means for supporting yourself and your family, we gotta go out and support you to make sure that you stay getting your money because you're sticking your neck out for us and we can't provide for you if you take the L.
Because we, as a black community, we do have that we do have that reputation of somebody stick their neck up on us, for us, and then we'll be like, oh, damn, thanks, but it's nothing we can do.
You gotta make sure
have to change it. I think we did a good job with Kaepernick,
Absolutely.
And that's one thing we can build on that. We could even do even more, to support people who do things for us, because he really put his career on the line, and a lot of times his life, because he did get death threats for us.
Right,
so,
that's true.
I agree.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all I got. Do y'all have anything else?
I don't. I think this was a really good show.
Yes. Funsho, do you have anything else to add or anything like that? I know you got an EP coming out, so.
Yeah, what's it called again? I had to take the wheel with that.
You don't got to do it. You don't got to say it. But just you could give us something. Give us, I'm talking about in the future, whenever you you say you're dropping it around March, April, whatever. March, give us an exclusive or something. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good time to drop because that's when,
that's
titties come out.
Yeah, that's when the
sundresses start warming up.
Yeah. Sundresses come out in March? What March have you been?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's nice as shit
It is a little warm.
today. Like,
nice today.
Yeah, but I'm not wearing a fucking sundress today. I'm sorry. It's not that damn nice.
like April. You wouldn't wear
Should I wear a sundress this year, y'all?
No. Nobody wants to fucking see your handsome ass in a sundress.
Yes, wear a sundress.
Yes.
You wear one, I wear one.
Okay, go.
Catch
us this summer, y'all.
In our sundresses.
Yes.
Yams,
but I'm gonna wear a long shawl.
She can wear a graduation robe. God damn, it's a graduation robe.
I'm still very conservative.
Yeah.
Girl, you don't let them motherfucking cheeks out. They need to breathe.
I cannot. But okay. Oh, so do you? So you being African, we know how African women are built. How do you like your women, like as far as body build? Thick, thin.
Like, the cakes are good.
So y'all, ladies, he's dating black women. So I think you inside of his DMs right now.
And that ass gotta be fat.
I don't discriminate.
Join fight.
He say he don't discriminate, but we know what that means.
I feel like you might kind of discriminate.
I
You
feel
think
like
I discriminate?
Yeah.
I don't think.
What made you think that?
Because you said you like him thick.
No, he likes him. That doesn't
he
mean
like what
that
he like.
If
If he found a dope
Like, we have a
little butt
preference.
Joe, he probably still be like, all right, little butt Joe, you know.
He African though.
No, because men, we're not as
stereotypes.
We're not as men are not as superficial as women when it comes to dating.
Exactly.
Yes, the fuck y'all.
No,
are.
because like say, oh, I like ass and titties, but if she got a fine face and no body, but she put together right and she don't got an awkward shape, I don't care.
That's not very specific.
Because you already in your head think about how you gonna buy her some ass. Like,
but that was very specific. She ain't got no body, but she got a nice face and put together like.
No, I'm just saying like she.
trying to accomplish her.
I'm just saying. Women, I feel like you have
I'm not
to
gonna put you
look
in a
a
box,
certain
but
way. I
here
feel
goes
like
this nice
This is cute for you to be inside of, you know what I'm saying?
when I see my female friends and I see all the dudes they date, I be like, they could be quadruplets. All these niggas look the same. But when I see my niggas, it be like a different broad. Like I'm like, oh, I can see
That's
her
because all y'all niggas
or her
find out
teeth.
one, because y'all hear about one look that work and all y'all go cop it.
True that. Are you even looking for a relationship right now?
I'm not looking, but if I stumble upon one,
You would get in a
running,
relationship
okay.
right now while you popping?
Take that bitch on the road.
it's not like I'm looking for it, but if like there's some things where it's like you can't escape it, where it's like you just fuck, we're here now, so but I'm not looking for that.
He's
you know
like
what I'm saying?
29. I mean, he's there.
Do you believe in marriage?
I would get married someday.
Because Nigerians have huge weddings.
I will probably have a massive wedding.
Yeah, we're
And
invited.
but the one thing I can fucking respect
we're
about
invited.
African culture, is more specifically Nigerian culture, they like big weddings, but they are for putting up for that shit. Black Americans need to learn from certain African cultures. You gotta put, if you want to see your family member have a big ass wedding, you're gonna have to offer something up.
Hey, look, I'm trying to get us invited to the wedding.
That's what happens with African weddings?
Don't they put up for that shit?
No, we pay for it.
Yeah.
What do you think happened?
No, I don't
In the Black American culture, the bride and the groom have to usually pay unless one of their
That's why I was confused.
Yeah.
So you're saying in African culture,
They put up.
everyone who comes to the wedding puts up for the wedding?
Oh, no.
No, but it's multiple people in the family who contributes to it, and then a lot of people give a lot of gifts. A lot of people give a lot of money in gifts. Am I?
Ain't that with everybody?
No, nigga. Black Americans are cheap as fuck, and they just want to have open bar and get dressed up and
varies.
take pictures.
But then we do have like the culture where it's like
I be
you
dressing
spray
like
money, and then you end up making all the money you spent back.
I know how y'all get it back.
Yeah.
How y'all make it get it back? Scam it?
Come on. I'm here. I'm Nigerian.
You gonna send out that one email.
God
You gonna send out that one
Do
email.
you know any scammers?
He about to catch, man.
I know.
I thought these niggas was
No,
cool.
I saw a news report a while ago, and it was funny because I think they said they found like a Nigerian man. He was like dead in his apartment or something, but they found like all this money, and somebody was like, "Damn, I should have responded to the email."
First of all, let
sorry.
me just say this too. Shout out to all my African brothers and sisters. Nigerians should not be the face of scamming. It should be fucking white people. Let's just say that. Because they be doing the most scamming.
Yeah, kind of
Period.
For it.
Yeah, man.
Wait.
Go ahead.
But this is nothing to do with Funsho, NBC, you know. Shout out to them. Yeah. So that is our
6
time
minutes
for the
ago.
day.
You
That's
was
our
like,
time for the day. So thank you. We stayed within our time frame. Shout out to everybody listening. Everybody listening at their jobs on their way to work. Shout out to Miami jobs.
oh, okay.
On their way to work, while they're doing chores around the house, whatever it is. Thank you so much for listening. We love y'all. Make sure y'all tune in next time. This is our last episode of the year. Shout out to, because we don't want to date the show, but at the same time, this is our last episode of the year. Funsho, thank you so much.
Say what year it was.
Looking forward to 2019.
Hold on, okay, we can't end the show.
Okay.
I've been meaning to ask y'all this.
Oh, yeah.
So just one.
Okay.
Okay. Best album, no matter what genre. Your favorite album of 2000 blank blank.
Album. Legit. Of 2018.
Legit.
What by who?
By Sonny Moneybags Hoffa.
Look, she don't even support. What's your favorite album?
Favorite album?
Not the best, but favorite.
My favorite is that Her album.
Okay.
That's not 2000. The other year that was before this one.
No, she dropped it.
Okay, got you.
Favorite album?
We know
favorite.
we all know what it is.
What is it?
It's gonna be fucking Travis Scott.
It was Gold Link.
Okay,
That came out last year.
Been our show for today.
All right, wrap this shit up. You're right.
The Travis Scott.
I knew it.
Travis Scott was a good
Astro
album too.
It was.
That was my favorite. Or the album, because the rest of them I like our EPs. But go ahead.
Gotcha. Nipsey, Victory Lap.
Victory Lap was fire.
That's
All
mine.
right, what about you? Yada, did you say?
I say legit.
She fucking lying.
You a hater.
She lying.
Like I was on that album. Fuck you mean? Legit. Sonny
Did
Moneybags
it come out
Hoffa.
this year?
Yes. Yes, it did.
You don't support. You support everybody, man. That's what's wrong with our community.
Hey, this is hey.
No, what's wrong with our community is white supremacy.
Damn it! See what you fucking did. Okay,
She
that's
had
the
to end the show.
episode.
Cut
That's
this
the
shit.
episode. Fucking Sean. Now.
I'm outie.
That's it.
Thank y'all so much for listening. We'll see y'all next time on No Disclaimers Podcast. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.